Rowland, and this is mine and my bub Segor's presentation on Laravel PHP. And first I want to introduce my bub. He did the video editing for this project. He did half the PowerPoint, and he also did half of the questions. He did multiple choice questions to be precise. Alright, and I am Stephen Rowland. I did the voice recording, as I stated at the beginning of this video. I did half the PowerPoint, and I did half the questions, specifically the true-false questions. Now, let's jump into Laravel PHP. Laravel PHP is a free open source web framework based on the server-side scripting language, the server-side scripting language PHP. It was published in 2011 by Taylor Otwell and is licensed under the MIT. The source code is hosted in GitHub, and using Laravel, a lot of tasks such as authentication, routing, querying, queuing, and caching can be done very easily. Now, the installation of Laravel, the Laravel framework has very few system requirements, which is one reason why so many people like this framework in particular. Of course, all these requirements are satisfied by the Laravel Homestead virtual machine, and some of these requirements are the 5.5.9 Open SSL PHP extensions, the PDO PHP extension, the MB string PHP extension, and the tokenizer PHP extension. Alright, and the Laravel features, Laravel has a huge library with useful features, and a lot of them borrows from another PHP framework, Symfony 2. Laravel's command line interface is called Artesian. Laravel uses Composer natively. It uses routing controllers like MVC applications. By default, Laravel has Blade template engine. We use the Blade template engine for handling views. It's really easy to migrate between different databases. It can be done using Artesian. Laravel supports MySQL, Postgres database, SQLite, MS SQL, Redis, and Elastic Path. And also some more Laravel's features are its official website offers many screencast tutorials called Laracast, which help developers learn the framework. Laravel has its own lightweight templating engine called Blade, elegant syntax that facilitates tasks that you frequently need to do, such as authentication, session queuing, caching, and RESTful routing. Laravel also includes local development environment called Homestead. This is a packaged Vagrant box. These are some of the reasons why we think Laravel has become so popular since its debut in 2011. Laravel also supports events and handlers can be created when certain things happen in Laravel development. Within Laravel's development, also supports dependency injection using the IOC container. Laravel's command line structure: once your command is generated, you fill out the signature and description properties of the class, which will be used when displaying your command on the list screen. The handle method will be called when your command is executed. You may place any command logic in this method. Let's take a look at an example command right here. Alright, and note that we were able to inject any dependencies we need into the command constructor. Laravel service container will automatically inject all dependencies typed in the constructor. For greater code reusability, it is a good practice to keep your console commands light and let them defer to application services to accomplish their task. Laravel was also voted the best PHP framework to use at work by the website SitePoint. It frequently gets voted the best and most popular web framework by various websites. This is due to its instant hosting and deployment platforms and its huge ecosystem that it has. Laravel also makes rapid applications more possible due to many features that it has. Although the Laravel community is a new PHP framework, it is ranked as the #1 popular PHP framework according to hotframeworks.com with a score of 87 total. It has a good GitHub repository and a well-known community in Stack Overflow. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, and in closing, the comparison of Laravel to other PHP frameworks. Besides Laravel, other popular PHP frameworks are Zen, Cake PHP, Code Definer, Symfony, U, and Prado. Most of the projects mentioned above have built-in features that help developers to code without starting from scratch. Zen is very object-oriented and used by enterprise mostly, while Laravel is used by all sorts of people and organizations, and the community is growing. Zen borrows from J2EE and PHP. Code, Igniter, and Cake PHP are built faster for web apps with browsing library from Ruby and Rails, just like Symfony and Laravel. Laravel is also based on Node, JS, ASP.NET, MVC, and Sinatra based on Ruby on Rails. And that is all we have for y'all. We'd like to thank you very much. And if y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks.